Minecraft video games. Welcome y'all. I am already in game. I also already claimed all of my repeatable quests, I guess. Yesterday I was not able to play. In theory, today I also wouldn't have been able to play, but I managed to make it work. It's awesome. I have been able to purchase the next Dream Feast reward thing, branch, whatever. Junin, welcome. Yeah. It is what it is. The next one for 20 ticket toilets is going to be a 1% XP boost, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually looking forward to that. I am pretty hyped for that, I have to admit. Xeno, welcome. Welcome. So we need 20 ticket toilets. I think I have 0 right now. I think 0 it should be. That's gonna be a while, probably like 10 days. But the good news is Nos Demon, dude, I was struggling to find his name in my head. Nos Demon hasn't played yet, which means that we are only 3 stars away still, even though I couldn't play yesterday. For a second I thought he did play, because his prestige changed to Atomic Prestige, which is his actual current prestige. But I don't know, it just doesn't matter. He was online for 5 minutes, I see, that's very good, so we are still on track a little bit. Yeah, okay, I understand why team is going here. Makes sense. Hopefully he won't fall. I don't know if I have any weekly quests left. I probably do, right? I just don't have any in mind right now. I probably... Do I still have the bed quest? I don't know, man. But I believe I have the... Sad. I believe I have the final kill quest, obviously. I don't think I can just get that within the time I have played so far. The challenge quest I know for a fact I already did. Would be awesome if I also still had the bed quest, but I just don't know. We need beds and we need potions, so I want to drink potions this game. Nice, 7 stream streak. Bets, potions, and kills, but like kills I just passively get anyway. I'm a little scared, I have to admit, because pink is at mid. I don't necessarily enjoy that. Yeah, no, white is false rushing, grey is normal rushing, so pink has all the time in the world. That's like... sucky. Especially since I don't have tools, and I also won't have the option to kill this guy now. Never mind, I will. Goodbye. No emeralds for you. Okay, they are complete goof heads. I see how it is. I think I'll just get a full set of pods. My 29 stream streak marks. Oh, 29 stream streak is the biggest I've seen. That's crazy. I don't know how stream streaks work, because for some reason people, I think, watch my stream every day, just don't have high stream streaks, and I continue seeing them at pretty low stream streaks. But I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I hope teammate is gonna be fine, at least like stalling or something. Like, even if he can't kill them, then at least I'd welcome it if you would be able to stall. 65 with Draven is crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and drink pot, and drink another pot, and now I should be pretty much invisible. However, I don't really like this guy being here. I don't want him to run past me or something. And now I will run there. You should be dead, and I will... Dead. But he's not dead. Here we go. The way I combo right now feels like Technoblade for some reason. These walking back and forth, weird strafing combos. Anyway, Pink, can you please stop running? Okay, I guess I'll have to beat you with my sword. Goodbye. Right, I got another couple emeralds that I will use to purchase even more potions. I think I'll run for emeralds for XP reasons. I'm already interested to see how much the 1 XP boost I'll unlock is gonna affect my XP gain. Because I don't really see it affected at all. Like the 5% XP boost already affects the XP much more than it should. I can tell that I haven't played yesterday. Oh, our bed is gone. That sucks. I could see it only affecting the playtime by like 1. And aside from that, not affecting any XP. Okay. At least I have 10 emeralds, which is pretty good. Oh, frick. Okay. You gotta leave. Okay, nice. He's blocking off his own teammate. Okay. Got it yesterday. I'm looking forward to see how it's going. Tiddles, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I also considered getting the cape, I have to admit. I could have gotten it, but I eventually decided against it. We already had a pretty good plan because SVGC is at the convention and you need to show your ID, and Okay, let's not go into too much detail, but bottom line, we could have made it work. There would have been a way we could have claimed a cape for me as well. But eventually we decided against it because I was like, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like I need it, and it also just doesn't look very good. I just have to admit, it's one of the ugliest capes I've seen, so if I would have liked it, then maybe we could have done it. Don't worry, we wouldn't have done anything illegal, but I also don't want to go into too much detail here because on other levels it might have not been a great idea had I told you how exactly this would have worked. But yeah. I feel like I'm doing quite well with the potion quest already. I drank 8 potions. That's pretty good. And it's not like I'm wasting the potions. I'm actually like doing it in smart ways. Okay. You probably are a foul kill. I don't know if he was. No, he wasn't, sadly. Well, thank you. Welcome, Tiddles. Welcome to the attention paying folks. Okay. We all know who will beat the update first. Do we? Do we? I've been working on the main channel video a little today. I spent some good time on that, and I animated a little bit. And out of the 28 minutes, it sadly got a little longer. But out of the 28 minutes, I have now animated the first like 3 to 4 minutes. So that's good progress. I might be able to edit for another 50 minutes today, which could make me progress another like 30 seconds. We'll see. We'll see. Upcoming week, yeah, that's gonna be a very quick. Wait, that really was probably, that's crazy. 100k tickets off. Surely legit. Surely there's nothing illegitimate going on. Anyway, next, like the upcoming week, Monday is going to be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken here. Usually people aren't very happy for Monday, but I have to admit, this is some of the happiest I've ever been for Monday, because starting on Monday, all the way up until Friday, including Friday, I will... Aha, gotcha. I will I will have late shifts the entire week. Not only is late shift my favorite shift, but also does that mean that obviously aside from Monday, because my girlfriend has Monday off, I will have 4 days, Tuesday up until Friday. I will have a bunch of time while my girlfriend is at work, and that makes it so I do assume the video could be done by the end of the week. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay. Recent public chat report, yay! When I booted up the game, there was someone spamming the N-word and he got banned. Anyway, let me see. I got that. I got that. Awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be great. Gonna be a little sad because I'm not gonna be able to spend as much time with my girlfriend as I maybe would like. But aside from that, it's gonna be awesome. Because obviously, it's good to finish the video. This is probably the longest I ever took to finish a main channel video after the update released. It's very sad. That is not going to be great for my for the performance of the video. But what am I gonna do? God, and this guy, I hate the new changes. I think I'm just gonna save up my tickets until I have 20k, and then I'm gonna purchase all the ticket toys I need. I hope I won't accidentally do a tenner at the ticket machine, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Because, or a 100er. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because it hasn't happened to me at all yet. I don't seem to have too crazy of a muscle memory in that regard. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Is there anything else I would like to talk about? Yesterday I uploaded the 1 hour of beating sweats and hackers video. As always, it's an advertisement campaign, but only half of the money I usually spend on these advertisement campaigns. The stream highlight videos always get 40 bucks, and those extra videos I only invest 20 bucks into. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna reach 1k, maybe not, we'll see. Was I in that video? I don't know, maybe. Could be. There were like a bunch of games, I don't know, like 15 games or something. Okay. Yellow is scary. I mean, yeah, yellow is scary, but should we false rush? Just because yellow is scary? I mean, there's blue after all. Okay, yellow doesn't seem to be super scary. This situation, however, is pretty scary. Don't like this. Please, blue. Okay, good. Okay, so far it looks good. As long as we get this bet and then teammate can focus on yellow, everything should be fine. Awesome, awesome. Good job. Good job. I'll go blue. Okay, they have wood. Nice, they are going elsewhere, so I can go blue without having to worry. Oh, it feels so weird to be playing since I didn't play yesterday. Is teammate with me? Looked like teammate was with me for a sec. That was confusing. Anyway, here we go. You know, oh happy. I do recognize that IGN actually. Okay, this is not great. Luckily, yellow stopped going first. Oh, we got a. Oh! Yeah, now I can't get it anymore. My blocks didn't play as frickin' hell. Oh, no, please don't think about my toes whenever I speed twitch, okay? Please, no. Oh god. Don't you think about that. Now I feel much like a female, because now I've got people thinking about my toes. Okay, here we go. No! Okay, here we go. Okay, dude, my hand doesn't feel like it's used to touching a mouse. I think I'm gonna... Nah, actually, I think I won't for it, because I want to get back some diamonds. Okay. Don't say that. Okay, this guy is scary. It's not good. Dude, I also gotta get used to my hotkeys again. You don't play for 1 day, and the consequences are this. Oh, dude, don't scare me like that, Turtles. I was so scared. Why do you do this to me? Okay. I'm scared for what he might be doing. Oh, obviously has to walk away. I can't leave our base, because with how he's moving, it could be possible that he's just plotting something. Where did I misplace this? Is it here? Yeah. I think that should be it. Why did I invest into that? We need to save up for armor. Okay, he's gone for now. It's good. He's gone there. That is just teammate. Hope he doesn't chase anyone. What is pink, dude? What the hell? I also hope we can play again soon, Tiddles. He's just gonna jump right. And I wouldn't even have hit the bridge. Awesome. Oh, great. Oh, ow. Frick, I messed up. I wish I was still good at the video game, but I didn't play yesterday, so all of a sudden I'm super bad. Soon I'll be able to get armor. Okay, yellow is over there. Ah, frick, why am I falling? I'm falling. Okay, so bad news. Yellow made it. Okay. With how he's bridging. Oh my god, why do I mess up one fireball after the other? Surely he is. He is super low now. Got him. He messed up, luckily. Thank you, Tiddler. That was actually a very valuable advice. What do we still need? Ender dust. Ah, well. I know what this means. I will build to build limit, then fireball, upwards, and then pearl. And I'm also gonna have a water bucket in my inventory, because I guess I'm gonna hit the ground before the pearl teleports me. Oop. Okay, here we go. Here we go, and here we go. Oh no, surely I'll still have enough time. I won't. Please. Where's my pearl? Okay. That was so messed up. I didn't even gain the most amount of ender dust from that. And teammate died. I could have had enough time to just do it properly. It's so sad. judging from the sound, it didn't sound like I landed that water clutch, but apparently I did. Okay, nice. Now I don't want to make it so I can see it. It just looks very ugly. Okay, cool. We can still get the bed quest today. We already got 1 star, so we're gonna end up at 73, just 1 star away from us. Okay, but I think surely we have enough ender dust now? Nah, probably not, right? Probably not. But I can ask him. I've always done that, but it never gave me ender dust, I have to admit. I always throw them after I win with the thought of mine that surely I'll get ender dust from that, but I never got the ender dust. So I'm kind of confused. Okay, now all we gotta do is break bets. They changed it? What? Okay, dude, the changes. They don't even make sense in themselves. Like, if it was, we're gonna make it much harder on every level to get these things, then that would make sense, obviously. Would be stupid, but at least makes logical sense. But if it's, we're gonna make it much harder, but then we're gonna introduce something that feels like a bug that makes it so you can get a bunch of this specific item. Whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. I got called by my girlfriend. Well, I think I know what she wants after this game. I'm going to have to go up to her. God, Cheeto party? Green and blue got weird people. Text over the hotbar, I just grind dust after I win. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. At least it's good for us that it works, you know? Okay, green and blue are in fact teams to worry about, it looks like. What a surprise. Consider me quite worried. Wow, the first smart people who actually go for the guy who's trying to go for the bet instead of the guy with the TNT, like who dropped the TNT. Interesting. Oh yeah, green is in fact blatantly cheating. That's why they are attacked for cheating, as I pointed out. Surely the trap is going to save us. Wait, teammate actually got him. GG's teammate. What? Are we gonna end up beating them? I wouldn't mind, I'm gonna tell you. Are they smart enough to use emeralds for their advantage? To their advantage? I hope not. Thank you, Xeno. Goodbye. Please, nobody else go for us. Nice, blue's also going for green. I would use the time we are buying with this to... Would use it. Oh my god, why is he not hitting me? Could have hit me. But he just didn't do so. Frick. Frick, frick, frick. Let me eat this. I mean, I don't have a gold pick, so I don't know if I'll be quick enough with this. Ah, doesn't work. What are we supposed to clip? Wait, did I say something funny or what happened? I think I forgot about Gambler George. I'm the stupidest person on earth. We could have already gained another 200 tickets. I hit a... Yeah, okay, I've seen better things happen. That wasn't an incredible clutch. Okay, here we have... Wait, both of them are cheating, right? Both greens are just blatantly cheating, what? Oh, green. Sadly, he gapped. Oh, I almost... Ballast. A damn cheater. Oh, I almost killed him in a 1v1. He said yellow. What do you mean he toggled? He did that the entire time. Didn't you see how they bridged towards us? Dude, how sad. I almost had him. So scared that people might be going for us. Where's this blue guy? I'm confused. Okay, nice. Blue goes in, then I go into... Okay, baited a pearl out of him, that's good. Do I have to tell my teammate to avoid? Probably not, right? Auto clutch. Oh, frick! I can't even hit the blue guy because I tapped out. Okay, surely he doesn't have another pearl. Oh god. Blue got him. Awesome. I ran out of blocks, Will. The Cheeto team is down, that is good. And both of us are at our base, that's also good. The thing is, this blue guy who just got both white people is also tagged for cheating, just as white. Just as green, so... I don't know if we can celebrate just yet. Like, even if they aren't cheating, these people are, as we can tell, pretty good at the video games, so... I don't think we have time to celebrate just yet. Now, the thing is, obviously, from the chances of us winning this game, I know that I shouldn't hit the blue guy away in that situation, obviously. I would like to keep him alive, but like, if I do that, then it looks too much like cross-teaming, and I don't want to look like a cross-teamer. So even in those situations, whenever I can, I do that, even though it hurts me more than it helps me, but like... Imagine white toggled on. Could you drop that TNT? White toggled on just because they saw the people cheating? That would have been funny. Okay, that's good. And blue is also focusing on going for these people. Why exactly is no sound playing? I just realized. Am I stupid, or is there no sound playing? Okay, let's go around this person. I was just about to check it, but it was already too late. I'm the Vulture, welcome. It's gone okay, so far we haven't lost any games, but that might change this game. Because we had a team of blatant shooters on green, some of the most blatant shooters I've seen in recent times, but we beat them also because of blue. But like, either blue is very good, or they are just also cheating. They are tagged, so... It's not the greatest situation we're facing here. I don't know where the other blue is. I don't like that. I think I'll just go to their diag and then go to their base, I guess. Frickin' hell, please. I don't have enough time to also get milk and stuff, so... all I'll do is just try to hit their base with this pearl. It worked, okay. Uh-oh. I'll void. I'll void. Can't stop playing? I understand. It's a pretty good game. Okay, hello. Okay, you went to white at white. A teammate died to the person who's here. That is very bad. I don't think there's anything to break our fall here, so I'm just gonna jump down. Okay. Why did teammate lose to this guy? What? Or was I just very lucky? Okay, I think once again I will... Okay, voiding now is a little late. Teammate probably can't beat this guy. Yeah. I could have still avoided, but like... Oh, if only... 9 my iron sword! Oh. Not only did I not get the hit on this guy, but also I tossed my iron sword into the void on accident. Why? Yeah. Uh-oh. Teammate, come back from the dead. Okay. Oh, so scared. Okay. Slash marker combo and iron sword and win. Highlight channel content. Alright. We are going to get the bed quest. Sure. What else was there? Bed quest. Whatever this can supposed to be called. Oh wait, Cheetah is saying hi to me. I'm not gonna say hi back. I'm saying hi back to people who attacked for. Oh no, it's gone from my overlay. Frag. Okay. I will have to be right back. Gonna visit my girlfriend real quick. And the Gambler George. Oh, good that I thought about that. Gambler George. Here we go. We could have already had 400 tickets. And now we're gonna lose the first game. It's so sad. Yeah, I will miss you, Mr. Tüdler. Why is this not playing? Please continue playing. Okay. It's so warm here. The room is heating up more and more because of these lamps and because of my PC and everything. Ugh. Okay, here we go. What was my favorite song? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Okay, the first scary team. Yellow is a full Nick team. Okay, aside from the teams last game that were both tagged. Aside from those two. Nice. This guy is on 3. Yes. Let's both go yellow. Yellow buff? I don't know if yellow is the buff. Or if he went back or anything. No, I think the yellow is this guy. Okay. Now I can get P1 at this base. I don't know what team is doing. What teammate? I told you need to go for yellow. It's a full nick team. You are going elsewhere? What is that? Like someone pass me? You need to go with me for yellow. It's like, I already thought to myself, if he maybe gets diamonds over there, then it's like okay, but dangerous. But like, he isn't only getting diamonds, but he's also rushing on to the next team, connecting pink to our base. It's crazy. Oh man. Okay, teammate almost got both. And now pink is also just gonna be ink. Well done, teammate, well done. Wow, that was too far. Yeah, exactly as I predicted. Exactly as I predicted. We win 4 games in a row, equaling 400 tickets, but the moment I remember to turn on the George, we immediately lose the next game. I blocked myself. What is up with the other guy? I saw another yellow that he's just above her base. And our bed is gone. Ah, never mind. Well done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, Tilts, have fun there. Okay, at least we can get a trap again. Why is there no bridge? What? Oh, could be a worse situation, I guess. Could be a much worse situation, honestly. With teammate having both of them down. Awesome. Hop off, teammate. Please don't have me fall in there. Why is this so hard to navigate? I feel like I haven't played this game in months. When, in fact, I haven't played it in a day. Awesome, and teammate survived. Wow. I don't know how I got that hit. That hit I didn't get it, okay, but he still died, luckily. Come on. Okay, okay. Let's go diamonds again. Pink, you are my personal hero for not going first. I have to admit. Dude. I don't know why team is doing so well against him, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. He seems to be focusing quite a bunch on what he's doing. Okay, well, he triggered a trap, which is kind of annoying. Ah, team is still there. Yes! Aqua is starting to go for them. Okay, awesome. This enables us very well. Oh, yes. Dude, team is doing well. And Aqua seems to be cheating. That is at least prolonging our survival. At least that is prolonging our survival. Yeah, please. Okay, now we can finally afford And we can finally afford short, I believe. God damn, this guy. You mentioned so often your age, Xeno, that I actually know how old you are. It's crazy. Why is there a hole? It's so sad. Ugh. Oh my god, why is there still the same hole after I haven't done anything about it? Okay, goodbye. That was a bunch of KB. Nah, I know your IGN. Your IGN is Xeno with a Z and then 7-3. And I don't know why I should know your IGN. By the way, also because you've mentioned it a whole bunch. All I wanted was to bank this, but my bank was cancelled for some reason. Now it wasn't cancelled. Okay, nice. I stalled a little. Maybe Aqua's getting their bed? Nah. Nice! Teammate can go mid. Awesome, awesome. I hope this won't anger Pink. I'm almost considering going for Pink now. That wouldn't be smart, would it? Nice. They have the wrong trap. Hey, can I please? Awesome. Okay, I think this is not good. Nah, it's gone. All of a sudden, teammate has been 2v1ing these people. And now all of a sudden, that I go away for 2 seconds, he immediately loses our bet. How is this possible? Okay, we can afford P3 now. Obviously, teammate dies immediately. Okay, well. I waited too long, how sad. At least I get paid back for the fireball I wasted. Now yellow has mid control anyway, so don't really see. Yeah, that's it. Okay. At least the block ladder clutch was pretty cool. Yeah, as I predicted, the moment we remember to activate Gambler George, it immediately goes downhill and we lose. Who could have predicted that? Well, I did. We're only 9 subscribers away from 19,900. My subs have crashed massively. Dude. Look at these graphs, not only subs, but also like views. I don't know if you can see the graph. This graph. This graph. This graph. Last one was my sub graph. Just crashed by 500. Because one of my advertisement campaigns ran out. Kind of sad. That's good for you, Xeno. This lobby looks super easy. Okay, I thought Aqua was bridge cheating. Luckily they are not. Oh, teammate. Get off the map, man. Get off the map. Awesome. Hey, teammate. Okay. 9! Teammate was faster than me. How sad. Yeah, I also need like such an incredible amount of final kills to reach 10 FKDR overall that it's like either never going to happen or gonna happen in a long time from now. Especially since currently I don't even have over 10 FKDR even like session, so I don't know. I could have 10 FKDR session, like even in the current cheater economy, I managed to, I don't know what my highest was, managed to get like, I don't know, 70 daily or something with 0 found deaths. So I can still get very decent FKDRs if I want to. That's where the problem is, if I want to, and that's just simply quite rare for me, because what I need to do to get these FKDRs is just something I don't usually want to do. There's currently only one person I know who I can play with, or 2 people in theory, but one person I know who I can safely play with and just get pretty much infinite stats, and it is ZazVGC. And ZazVGC is just not always available. And the way other people get these stats is by... why am I getting boosted backwards? The way other people get these stats is by only ever playing when they have the teammate they can play with like this available. But obviously for me, who does this for content and especially for star gain, those two are my main driving factors. That's just not an option. If I would only ever play with ZazVGC, then I would play like once a week or something. I would get like 1 to 2 stars per week. I would not get any content, any stars, nothing, you know? And there's just nothing I'll go for. It's kind of sad, obviously, that you can't have both. Good stats and a lot of star gain and a lot of content, but... whatever. It's okay. Ooh, 9! Oh, how lucky was that? That was pixel perfect. That was... oh, frick. Now I have to cap. Surely our bet is not gone? Can you... whatever. Okay, our bet doesn't seem to be gone, that's good. And like, it is possible to play the way I play with ZazVGC even with worse teammates. Dude, how low is your ping, dude? Obviously that is possible, but it's much less effective. And especially when I'm on stream, which whenever I play, I'm on stream pretty much. I rarely ever play privately. I pretty much use all the time I have to also stream while playing, just to get the most amount of content possible nowadays. Especially on stream, most of the time I like to just vibe and talk to people and commentate and stuff, which also doesn't work too well with trying to get stats. So yeah, you could say I profited off of your fireball quite a bunch. No, you could say I deliberately chose to just not have good stats because content and stars are more important. Slash marker fireball. What am I gonna say? one thing I can talk about is currently I'm actually paying attention to calories. I don't usually pay attention to calories. The only way I somewhat pay attention to calories is that my nutrition plan for healthy nutrition is balanced in a way for me to not increase or decrease in weight. So that is calorie related, but like not with the goal of gaining or losing weight, you know? And oh, come on. It's open. Yes. Awesome. Where's this guy? Okay. Nice. Okay, we still need 8 bits. Okay. But currently I've actually started looking into that a little more, because I think it's because I have to admit there are many things that make me fail my nutrition plan. We at home have the deal that my girlfriend doesn't have to pay as much for all the stuff you have to pay for throughout daily life, and in exchange she cooks all my meals. And obviously she can only do that if we actually have the ingredients there, you know, because we're an ingredient household, you could say. And after months of this system being in place, we still don't manage to go grocery shopping in a way that we always have all the ingredients there. Even though the only way we'd have to do that is take out our phone, dial it all in, and then have someone bring that to us. That's the way we do grocery shopping, but even that is too much for us. So it happens for weeks at a time that my girlfriend is just not able to cook something for me, and then what I do is I go to the grocery store and just get a bunch of candy, and that's my nutrition then. And obviously with that, my calories are a little different from what they're supposed to be. Because in order to not gain or lose weight, I need to intake like around 3,300 calories a day. Which my girlfriend is not very happy about, because she's like, that's so unfair. Why is it so much? But like, that's just the way it is. And if I just eat candy all day, then I eat more than that. And now what I've done is I have started tracking my calories, and I'm only going to be going for like, I don't know, 2.8, 2.9k, something like this. That should be just a slow and steady decline in weight. And it's not like I consider myself overweight or anything, but I do have a little bit of a tummy, you could say. And I'd like to get rid of that, so I decided to go for it. Pretty straightforward, I don't know. For me personally, I know for some people this is incredibly hard to do, but for me personally, it's just not a big deal. Losing or gaining weight, I can do that without any problems, so we'll see. Fabio, welcome. No. I get that. Ah, nice. Save myself. No, I don't play with viewers. Not gonna play with you. He had a bunch of equipment on him. My question is where the other Aqua is. Hopefully he didn't pass me. But I think I keep seeing him over there. I'm pretty sure he's over here somewhere. Maybe he's hiding here at the diamonds. Ah, there he is. Okay. Hello. I thought that was going to be a grey respawning, but apparently that's not the case. Okay. There's 2 grays just somewhere. That could be... There they are. Did teammate get them low? Oh yeah, teammate got them very low. Okay. So I don't think this is gonna be all too hard. Hey! Okay, I didn't find the other one anymore. For some reason I didn't think they could jump at me like that and start hitting me before I did whatever I wanted to do. I don't even remember anymore what I wanted to do. But I wanted to do something before attacking. Well, I did get one, so... Oops. Olivia Twitch, welcome. Face reveal happened so long ago, I'm almost insulted that you haven't noticed it. Do you even know how long ago this happened? It's incredibly long ago. Over half a year ago at this point. Oops. Yeah, I can tell, and it's sad. It's very sad. Nope. He has a knockback stick, almost. Obviously he does. Obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been gaining as many stars anymore. I used to always gain like 60 a month, pretty consistently. Nowadays, I don't know how much I gain, but I'm pretty sure less than 60, maybe 40 to 50. It's just changed. You know. Now that I have my girlfriend, I just don't spend as much time playing anymore. I already thought about how I'm gonna deal with this, but I like the 4K color, and I'm definitely gonna use it for a bit, and then if I get bored of it, then I'll just go for a color I like better. There he is. Oh, he's still using his knockback stick. What do you do if I get a knockback stick as well? Nein! Oh, come on. Teammate didn't even get him. How annoying. Oh. Why are we going here, teammate? That's not gonna help us. That's very good. Playing BedWars is always a great decision, so the fact you played more recently is very good. I'm guessing he went all the way to grey, didn't he? Nah, he's at pink. Okay. Didn't see him at pink anymore. Oh no! Now he's going back. Okay, he should know that I'm gonna fireball this bridge. If he isn't prepared for that, then I don't know what... How did I miss-aim that? What the hell? Okay. My main focus has just been losing weight, which is going very swimmingly. I've never heard of that word. What does swimmingly mean? Now I can tell you I'm very blessed with losing or gaining weight. I still remember back many years ago, I wanted to lose some weight, and all I did was not eat candy in between my main meals. For the main 3 meals a day, I still ate the normal amount of candy I always ate for them, because that was all I ate back then. But in between the meals, I didn't eat candy anymore. And then within, I don't know, within a super short period of time, I think within 1 month or something, I just lost 10 kilograms. So that was pretty straightforward. I think this time it's not going to be as fast. I don't believe it's going to be as fast anymore. But still, I expect myself to lose weight quite quickly here. I have a very, very moderate, very small calorie deficit planned, so I don't think it's going to be extremely fast or anything. But I don't know, I don't see myself taking too much longer than like half a year or something to lose another like 5 to 10. Or to lose 5 to 10 again. It's not like that's the same thing as before. I think before I went from 109 or something down to 99 or something. And this time I'm at 99, 100 roughly again, so I'll probably go down towards 95. I don't want to go down too much more. I don't think that would be... that would make a whole lot of sense. What? What the hell? Starting soon screen? Get out of here. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Dieting and exercising. Ah, here we go. Means it's going good without troubles. I've been dieting and exercising, some medication. Oh, plus some medication. I wonder how much the medication part, how big of a role that plays here. Or is it like, I don't know, my thyroid gland is messed up and now I take medication in order to have it be at a normal person's level or something. It kills your hunger? Okay, well. But since, I mean, 26 since January is pretty good. But like, I don't know, it's good if it helps you. Vivian, welcome. It's very good if it helps you. I always encourage anyone who is overweight, I'm guessing that's the case for you, I hope. Anyone who's overweight, obviously I encourage those people to lose weight. It just is a much healthier decision. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical doctor, but I had a medical education as well. One step below being a doctor. And from my med school, I can tell you, don't be overweight. Even if it's just slightly overweight, just don't do it to your body. It's not healthy at all. So if you have a conclusion from what I just said is, if you have the choice, if you have the option, the possibility to do something about it, you should definitely go for it. Okay, we've got one Nick, one cheater, and one other cheater, I guess. Pink cheating. Let's care about Pink. That's like the Nick and the cheater. That's the most important part. Okay, here we go. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty decent. It's recommended by doctors, and I've been overweight all my teen years. Oh, that's not good. That's very bad. My parents also makes it harder to lose weight since I wait. Yes, I need to do this real quick. Right. Good. Oh, if only I would have fit in with my sword the last hit. It makes it harder to lose weight since I eat very unhealthy, so the thing I'm using helps a lot. I have 30 more to go. I can do it all this year. Dude, I'm very proud of you. That's a crazy achievement, if that actually works for you. I cannot quite make a judgment on how healthy it necessarily is to lose all of, like, such an excessive amount of weight within such a small time frame. I'm not gonna make any judgment on that. But off of my gut feeling, I would say it maybe would have been better to stretch it out a little longer, but don't take this with a grain of salt here, I don't know. But like, very good for you. Okay, here we go. If the hunger is like the only thing that makes it hard for you, then obviously that is good. I've quote unquote worked with people, or I don't know, I've gathered experience with people in the past who had, besides the hunger, had other issues, let's say it like that, because there's many other factors that can go into this, and the main and most dangerous factor is if, for various different reasons, you use eating as escapism. That obviously is a problem. I don't know if it classifies as an eating disorder. I'm not a specialist in that field. I couldn't tell you if that qualifies for an eating disorder. But I've seen many people who, just because they use eating as a coping mechanism, or have used it in the past, and it still drags on towards the current day, are struggling quite a bunch. So even if they would take this medicine that you're describing there, it wouldn't help them for the most part. So yeah, it's very good that for you it appears from what you were saying here, the hunger is the only problem. That is very, very good. Ooh. But yeah, for a female, the height of, I don't know, around like 155 to 165, I can tell you that 70 kilograms is already very, very good. I don't have the exact numbers in my head here right now, but roughly those are parameters you should be aiming for if you want to live a healthy lifestyle. Oh, these people are cheating. Yes, they are. Interesting. Just good that their bed is already gone. $155 and 70 might be a little high, but you get the point. You get the point. Somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know, there are just many layers, many problems. I've actually spent a lot of time investigating this whole thing and like educating myself on it. Not for my personal... Why was there an explosion? Not because of me personally, as I said, I never had any problems with this. I would say, again, as someone who doesn't have any expertise in this, but I would say I personally also have an eating disorder. Because my parents also ate, maybe not super unhealthily, but definitely in... You could say it's unhealthy. They didn't eat candy all day as I do, but they just didn't eat anything necessarily healthy, and there was not a lot of variety, and it just wasn't a good nutrition. And they failed to explain to me as a child and teach me how to properly nutrition myself, and that led to a very negative effect where once I was alone in my own apartment at the age of 17 for like 6 or 7 years straight, I just ate candy for every single occasion, every day, the whole day. I just ate nothing but candy. I didn't gain a whole bunch of weight from this. I never exceeded the weight of like 109, 110. And then once I was at that weight, within like a month or two, I immediately lost all the excessive weight. But like obviously from a health point of view, this still is not good, even though I was never super overweight. For me, I don't know what my healthy weight would be, but like I'm 190 centimeters tall, I work out a bunch, there's a lot of muscle mass, I would say, or a little more than average, so I don't think 90 kilograms is too unhealthy for my height. But yeah, I also, from my parents' side, never learned healthy eating. And this, for me personally, also leads to struggles. Like, to this day, I struggle with my nutrition. And even though it might not be associated to my weight necessarily, it is definitely associated with my health. Just because I don't get the proper nutrients, you know? It's not a great thing. Dude! Bad! You've been a moderator for 2 years? That's crazy. I didn't know that existed, that little message you posted there, but GG's, man. And welcome, good to see you. I'm gonna read that, and then I'm gonna go into what I initially wanted to talk about, which is all of the different challenges people can be met with when they want to lose excessive weight. Awesome. First time I started with 2.5 milligrams, I was the rest of the month was fine. Second month I switched to gave me 2 weeks. Now the 5th month. I'm on, which made me lose because it made me pretty weak. Bodies. I hope you are doing all of that with proper medical oversight, because that sounds pretty dangerous to me as an amateur. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, okay. What I wanted to say is, there's a lot of different reasons. Like, anyone who says, oh, it's so easy to lose weight, I think that's very distasteful and lacks a lot of much needed respect towards people who struggle to lose weight. Because 99% of people are actually overweight. I'm making these numbers up. Don't take these as actual factual numbers, but like 99% of people are not overweight because they're too lazy or anything like that. But instead it's actually very, very hard for many people. Like, I personally, I'm able to lose a bunch of weight very quickly because I've got a very well working metabolism. I've got no eating disorder that leads to me eating excessively. I don't have any psychological problems that I'm trying to cure by eating. My trauma was always just associated with... Good question. I'm unsure. There probably... I mean, depression is the result of my trauma, but like, do I have any behavioral issues? I don't know. What I'm saying here is losing weight is very, very hard for most people. And in theory, it's super simple, obviously. If you just look at it theoretically, then it's incredibly simple. Just have less calorie intake than you have, your body uses calories. It's that easy. I personally, as I said, I need like 3.3k to maintain my weight. So as soon as I eat 3k, for example, I should lose weight. It's that easy. But obviously, if the changes you need to make in order to lower your calorie intake are, for you as a person, hard to make, for example, because of addiction, because of past trauma that led to eating disorders, or just eating disorders without trauma, obviously also possible, because of whatever factor, then the amount of effort it takes to lose a weight doesn't have anything to do with how easy it is in theory anymore, with just eating less calories than your body consumes, but instead all of a sudden it has to do with how easy or hard it is for you to overcome the struggles that keep you from dipping below this mark, this calorie mark. And I can tell you, it's hard. Even though I haven't personally experienced it, eating disorders are incredibly hard to overcome. And people who have them need adequate treatment, and even with treatment, it's still a very, very hard and easy, a very, very hard path to go down and to get healthy. So it's not that easy, I sadly have to tell you. So whenever someone gets made fun of because they're overweight, then I think this is a bad thing. However, in the context of, like, this already is a bad thing, but in the context of knowing what most likely is behind that, aka eating disorders, trauma, whatever, all sorts of different things, getting made fun of, the overweight that then results from these, for example, whatever I just named, is even like more cruel, and I just really don't like it. It's very amoral. However, obviously, privately I still enjoy the jokes about overweight people. Obviously I do. I enjoy many jokes. I also enjoy many racist jokes and stuff like that. My premise is, you can make any joke you please as long as you can make sure that nobody who could be offended by the joke gets to hear it. And that also makes it so, for example, as soon as I can't control anymore who listens to the joke, and make sure that those people definitely are not going to be offended by the joke, I immediately say to myself, I better don't make these jokes. Like, for example, if I'm in a room with like 2 friends, and I know these 2 friends don't have a problem with overweight people jokes, and I can make those jokes. But once there's one person I don't know as well, then I'd rather not make these jokes, you know, because who knows, maybe they could be offended. Maybe they could, yeah, feel sad because I made the joke. I don't know. This also makes it so you shouldn't make those jokes on the internet. But as you know me, I have made offensive jokes in the past before on the internet. This is just my moral compass. I, however, regularly do things that are against my moral compass. You know, it's also against my moral compass to not be vegan. I think being vegan is the moral and correct thing to do. However, I personally don't do it. There's always a difference between what I think is correct and what I actually do. And I think this is for most people, you know. This goes, the same goes for most people. Fat shaming is as bad as stat shaming. Don't stat shame me, come on. Shaking my head. Madman and Forever, welcome, welcome, good to see you. W vegan, bad eating meat is goated. I mean, what am I gonna say? It is not only goated, but it's just the logical thing. Like, if you want to have a logical moral compass, and for most people, going vegan is the only sensible option. Because if you think about it, it is scientifically completely clear that animals, I was about to say females, lol, that animals, am I into pet play? Maybe. It is scientifically completely clear that animals feel pain, they can be in distress, they can experience trauma, they can experience all of those things. Welcome, Olivia. Welcome back. So, what gives you the right to slaughter them and then eat them? Some people argue, well, it's just animals, you know? They aren't as smart, they don't have the same cognitive abilities that we have. Okay, we can make that argument, but then you would, logically consistent, also have to say that it should be fine to slaughter and eat disabled people, because disabled people can also have the cognitive powers of a cow, you know, or of a pig, or of a dog, or even less. So if you want to be logically consistent, you would have to say, I don't go vegan because animals aren't capable as much cognitively as I am, and thus I also want to eat disabled people. You could say that. It's logically consistent. What isn't logically consistent, however, is if you're like, well, I don't want to eat disabled people and don't want to slaughter them, but I want to eat animals and I want to slaughter them. I think the only way to go about this with logical consistency is to say, if my moral compass is against slaughtering people, then it's also against slaughtering animals, you know? You could have 2 options now. Option number 1, you say you don't like disabled people, and you think they should be slaughtered. Us Germans, we did this. This happened. It's not a crazy thought experiment. This happened in the past. You could say that, but then you would be against humans and probably a Nazi, and nobody likes those, right? Or you could say, well, since I don't want to slaughter these people, I should also not slaughter animals, you know? Or you could be like me and you should say I'm morally wrong according to my own moral compass, but I don't care and I still do it. And That's what I always say. I say it so often on stream. I like those people much more. Just live with the cognitive dissonance. Just live with the fact that you are not a good person. Just live with it. And be honest and upfront. And just accept that you are a bad person. I accept it. I'm a bad person. Easy. Okay. I low-key want to turn vegan soon. My girlfriend, for example, she also doesn't like slaughtering animals. She also wants to be vegan. And, for example, prior in my nutrition plan, there was a lot of meat. Not exceeding the healthy limits per week, but there was, in relation to that, a lot of meat. And my girlfriend changed my nutrition plan to only feature vegan meat, and it's pretty tasty. I like it. It's pretty good. I'm vegetarian. Then again, I'm Indian, where being vegetarian is normal, and we have tons of cuisine. That's very good. That's very, very good. Indians seem to be ahead of Western culture in this way. And I think that's a pretty good thing. I get those videos on my FYP sometimes of Facebook Reels, and it's... yeah, I've also seen that. I've also seen that. I have to admit, I just don't have any empathy for animals. Like, I look at animals being slaughtered, and I also get recommended those videos in YouTube Shorts, for example. And the last thing I had was pigs being electrocuted and then dying immediately, you know? And while it didn't feel cool to look at it, I was also not like, oh no, stop this. I was like, yeah, if I want to eat my meat, this has to happen. It's cool, whatever. However, I recognize this as being wrong, and I'm gonna say that's pretty fucked up to think like that, you know? I also miss those times, Madman and Forever, I have to admit. I am only 2 stars away from the top 10, you know? I'm not super far away from the top 10. I think that is a very important thing, by the way, and I've mentioned this on stream a bunch as well. You don't have to have perfect thoughts or feelings, but you do have to, like, you have the moral responsibility, if you have bad thoughts or feelings, to not act on them. I say it time and time again. I have many just things that pop up in my head that I personally don't like, and thus I don't act on them, you know? I'm not going to go into detail what exactly is part of that, but sometimes I'm confronted with a topic that I definitely say you should be open about and you should not be discriminatory against, but my feeling that I have in my chest is hatred towards this group of people. The feeling I have is disgust. The feeling I have is, whoa, this is a lesser human being than myself. That's a feeling I have. But as a human with a functioning brain and an understanding of ethics and morals and how it feels, what it feels like to be discriminated against, which has happened to me a bunch in my life as well, I recognize these feelings as wrong. And then I say to myself, this feeling I have, I can't do anything against. It's like, I don't know, when you're schizophrenic, there's nothing you can do against that. However, I have the power to just not act on these feelings and not be like, oh, well, I feel like that, I guess it's correct then. No, it's not correct. It is not correct to discriminate against any group of people at all. So if I have these feelings, then I have, for myself, I have to say this is wrong and I should not act on this and I should not, I don't know, be worse to those people than I am to other people. I think that is a human responsibility. So I would never be mad at anyone telling me, yo, I feel racist. Something inside of myself tells me I should be racist. I'm never mad against someone like that. But once they say, I feel that I should be racist, and thus I am racist, at that point I'm like, bro, stop it. That is not okay. I don't accept this behavior here. Yeah, I don't know. That's how easy it is. I think those two things would make our society much more endurable for all of us. If people would just live with their cognitive dissonance and be like, I don't have to lie, I don't have to make up any ideology, I can just say this is what's morally correct, but this is what I'm doing, I know there's a difference there, and I don't know, I just don't care about it, or whatever. And if people would discover these feelings inside of them and be like, oh, this is wrong, I should not act on this, instead of acting on it. Especially the latter would be very important. The first one, I don't know. It's just cool for me, you know. Anyway, as long as you know it's wrong, sometimes intention matters more than action. I said what I wanted to say. You probably mean the same thing I just said. I think this way of thinking I have inherited from my past. I would say from my peers back in school. From all the actions against me, the violence, the hatred, everything that I had to live through throughout my school years. That kind of led to me feeling worthless and led to me getting the feeling of, okay, I guess I'm just not a worthy person, more or less. And thus I didn't value my own opinions and stuff as much as other people may value their own feelings and opinions. And this has led to me understanding that my ego shouldn't be reason for me to do stuff. And I think this has made it so I can live with cognitive dissonance much better than the average person. I don't know if I explained it too well right now, but yeah, I don't know. So while I wouldn't want to go through what I had to go through again, I always say it made me a better person, you know? I think I'm a better person because of what people did to me. But I think proper parenting could have done the same trick. Not to say that my parenting wasn't good, but like, I think the same could have been achieved with good parenting. I didn't necessarily need to have to endure stuff like this. There are other ways to achieve this too. That's all I'm trying to say here. Squire sounds tough. You can say it like that, sure. Okay, we're 6 emeralds into the RB. Oh, you've got crazy KB. Is this guy legit? Does he have any tags? He doesn't. Oh, he's got 27 MS. Maybe that has to do with it. Nice. Nice. A lot of American opponents. I don't know. Ooh! What if I just avoid this guy and go for his base instead? Wish I had another fireball. Let's steal this. And this. Okay, surely this guy's cheating, right? This is starting to be weird. This can't be explained with ping anymore. Or maybe he's just not got a stable connection? I don't know what it is, dude. I do not know what it is. I don't have a fireball. They stole our diamonds as well. Or at least avoided them. Okay, I don't think Timid can get their bet. Never mind. And good to see that I was wrong. Both of these people seem to be low pings, but he doesn't know that I can hit him again. Haha! Ah, good. I recognize this IGN, I just don't know why. Oh, I typed you instead of hit. This was also good for, like, this effect that I talked about was also good in many other ways. For example, I could have very well been an incel. I could have very well ended up one. But since I had such low self-esteem and thought of myself so lowly, that's probably not the word I'm thinking of here, I realized that I was actually wrong. Like, I could have very well been one of these people to be like, I don't have a girlfriend, well, let's go ahead and blame it on the females. It is the females' fault for not wanting me. I'm actually just fine the way I am. Yeah, but luckily this led to me understanding, wait, what if I am the problem? And then I realized, wait, so there's this, and this that's wrong about me. What if I work on myself as a person instead of criticizing the females for not wanting to be with me? And so I did that. And, well, it was pretty straightforward, you know? I think this whole thing is super dangerous. We may not have to use a term like incels in order to describe these people. Let's just go with the description of people who aren't doing too well with their women game. That can also include people who are, in theory, able to have a bunch of hookups with females, but then or with women. I really like the word female. I'm very sorry if it's derogatory for anyone. That can also include people who, in theory, can hook up with a bunch of women, but then can't really make long-lasting relationships or happy relationships. The problem is that they don't see where exactly they themselves are the problem, you know? And for me personally, I think what helped me was trying to think myself into those people and using empathy. And like thinking to myself, wait, what exactly is the, like, there's no one woman, but I've talked to so many women, I've read through so many experiences online to get roughly an idea of what are the most common problems that women have, you know? I don't even want to have, like, that's fine too, obviously, but there are many people who either can't get into relationships or have relationships, but they're not going very well, and then they have a surprised Pikachu face, and they're like, wait, why is this not working? And I think if people had more empathy and would just, with their whole brain, try to think themselves into the brain of the opposite gender, then they would understand what exactly they have to change in order to get value out of that, and in order to achieve the goal they want to achieve, you know? Yeah, patriarchal society, bad parenting, and bad company I would also identify as the main problems, you know? Children is also not for me, unless I'm able to... okay, I see. Very noble of you. Adoption is pretty good. Adopt, don't shop. Or, in this case, adopt, don't fuck around. I see that, I see that. God. Like, I think a good example for what I'm trying to tell you here is that when I was younger, when I was like, I don't know, when I just started watching YouTube at the age of 16, let's say 16, I watched a bunch of content directed towards these people that was bashing feminism, that was bashing women. I still remember I really enjoyed the SJW's own compilations and everything. And that just played into my view of the world quite well. And due to the nature of what I described, however, of the empathy, thinking myself into the people, and of all of that, I started all of a sudden recognizing most of what I consumed to just be outright wrong. Because I was like, okay, these people make assumption A, and then from assumption A, we get to assumption B. The first thing is, I don't even agree with them that assumption A results into assumption B. That's the first problem. But the second problem is, assumption A is straight up a lie. Because once you start being open-minded and having empathy for the people that you are making fun of, in the context of SJW's own compilation, sadly that is LGBTQ people, women, and like, I don't know, foreigners or something, then all of a sudden you start to be open-minded for like facts, and then you start to question those beliefs, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, this is not even correct. Like, they're just lying to build up a narrative that is wrong. Like, what the hell? What is going on here? That's like, interesting. Either they don't give you any sources, or it's just not credible sources. Like, for example, people are talking about, I don't know, black people violence, and then all of a sudden the source is the Heritage Foundation. And every other source that is, like every other source ever that isn't right-wing says the opposite. And then you're like, so there is a source, but what if this source is just incorrect? You know? I don't know. I think you don't have to be destroyed like me in order to start thinking like this. I think it helps just to keep an open mind and do proper research, but I don't know. It's very hard. Many people are just trapped in ideology, and I think the only way I got out of ideology was by being destroyed due to people using violence and hatred towards me. I have to thank all of them in retrospective, because I'd rather be in the state of mind that I am right now with no ideology than to be in the state of ideology but never experience violence, you know? Whatever, I'm gonna read through your conversations and then I will probably see if I can find a new teammate. Always have the most amount of kids. I have heard of this concept recently, like obviously you hear of this concept regularly, but I haven't looked into it. Difficult topic. I couldn't tell you if that is the case, and if it is the case, then why it's the case. Couldn't tell you that. Most of the time, yeah. From my gut feeling, I would also think so, yeah. Some of them do it for the money you get for the child. I've heard this argument quite often, but I am going to just tell you, at least the way it is in Germany, from what I've seen so far, the amount of money you get for a child is not what the child needs plus extra money that you can profit off of, but instead it's the child needs this amount of money, and for a child you get this amount of money. So at least from what I've read so far, maybe some people do it because of that, but it doesn't sound like it's actually a financially smart decision to do it. But maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe there is some smart way to use this to gain money. But from what I've read so far, it appears that this isn't actually financially smart. People get money for having children. Yeah, in Germany they also do. It's like 120 a month for their expenses. I don't know what it is in Germany. That's not enough for a teenager. That's why I'm saying, maybe if you just don't nutrition the kids properly, don't take them out anywhere, don't buy them anything, maybe then you have financial gain. But if you have to abuse your children to profit off of the money you get for the children, then ouch, that's not good. I'm an only child, me too, and my parents always complain about money, but they spend it in dumb ways. That's crazy. I have the unfortunate, I was a very privileged and fortunate person. I was in a very privileged and fortunate situation back when I was still a child. The inflation situation was much different. So with the money I earn nowadays, I could support a full family without any problem. But on top of that, my father also earned so much money that it was no problem at all. And he also didn't spend it on dumb stuff. He was keeping it together quite well. Whenever someone needed something, he used his money for that, but he never purchased any dumb stuff. He used his money quite well and smart. Pretty sad that he died. Obviously for all the personal reasons, but also if he wouldn't have died, then I'd be so rich right now, and I'd have the chance to like have a house at some point because of my father alone. It would be so good. Well, my mom's always ordering like clothes, shoes, Temu orders, all those dumb things that break in 3 weeks. It's a new package every week. Okay, that does sound like... Okay, I'm not gonna judge from the outside, but it kind of sounds like there's some sort of underlying problem. There's probably something going on that needs examination. My stepdad isn't like that, but he also vaped, so god, and my mom also smoked. I'm very sorry for the parents who have. That's very sad. Doesn't sound good. I'm gonna make a bold claim here, but I don't think it's good that people can get kids and just have the right to get kids without being forced to educate themselves and fulfill a bunch of different things they have to fulfill. I don't think it's a good thing for everyone to just be allowed to have kids. I'm just gonna say it. I think if you are not able to allow for a certain quality of life to be met, then you shouldn't be allowed to have children. But that has other implications. Obviously, it wouldn't be possible to go through with something like this. And that also plays into an ideology that we don't want to have back again. But I don't know, it just makes me so sad to hear that children have to grow up with certain parents that I've heard of. It's just... Anyway, I will def and TNT. You can pitch. Ready? Here we go. They also bought a house almost 3 years ago, like 200k up front, total cost was 400k, and there was so many problems, it's just a battery. I was about to say, okay, it starts off pretty well. Buying a house, I don't know if 3 years ago was the best timing to buy a house, just market-wise, but like buying a house in general, I would also like to do that at some point. Doesn't sound like a dumb decision, but obviously 200k up front, I don't know if that's what I think it is, but that sounds like they immediately invested the 200k they had into it instead of investing in a much smaller sum. I think for a 400k house, then it would be much more reasonable to invest like 40k immediately, and then the rest goes into what is that called that you have to pay off over time? I don't know. But yeah, that sounds questionable. And then it had a lot of problems and it had a bad rating. Why did they do that then? Huh? They didn't think before buying there's a huge coin that doesn't get that. What? They didn't think before buying when it comes to a house? What? It's loan. That was the word. I was looking for that word. They didn't think before buying a house? What the hell? To get back to the topic of children, I think as a human being, it's your moral responsibility to, first of all, fulfill a couple basic needs, and also to inform yourself on many different things before you get children, before you go into that. I personally say below a certain income you should not go for a child, just for the child's sake. I also say if you have mental problems, certain mental problems, if you smoke, if you have any other addictions, then it's also questionable. And you also have to look into how to properly raise a child. Like my girlfriend, for example, she, nah, I'm not gonna disclose that, but like, we have the knowledge it theoretically takes to raise children, But even I, as someone who has some knowledge already, wouldn't just get children now, but instead I'm going to educate myself much, much more before I go for that. Like, probably a year or two before I actually get children, I have to start in-depth education on how to raise children properly and so many other different topics that are super, super important to know. Because else, I think it would be completely irresponsible to get children without all of that knowledge. I think it's very, very irresponsible. Oh, you got the cape. Good for you. Wait, you also found kill. Maybe I should go for you. Final kill who collects emeralds. No. Ah, frick. Was faster. Surely he's gonna die now. No, I missed the jump. Okay, he died too. Doesn't matter. Dragon Echo, welcome. They saw a massive gun and pool and they were... just good that you call your parents idiots. Because be sure that I, in my head, would have called them idiots. Your parents do not seem like smart people. Like, what holds me personally back from producing children right now, I can tell you what holds me back. First of all, I still have severe untreated depression, and I at least want to be in therapy for like a year or two before I start going for children. Second of all, I don't have enough education on the matter of raising children and a lot of other things you have to know before you get children. Third of all, we're not in a financially stable enough position. We would be, in theory, we would be able to sustain it. But before we do so, I want to have at least 1 or 2 more raises, and I want my girlfriend to also start earning money. At that point, I think we have the financial power to support a child without any problem. And I also want to beat my eating addiction, and I also want to have a lot of more personal development before I start, because there's a lot of things that I don't need to all name here, but that don't necessarily interfere with getting children, but that I would personally like to work through a little better and be able to handle a little better before I start being a parent. I think that is very, very important, because it's very important to not forget the moment you decide to want to become a parent, everything about you as a person determines the future of that child. And it's very, very possible, if you go in unprepared, that you produce a human deeply unhappy in their life. Mental challenges, mental issues, trauma, all of that, which ruins people's lives. In the worst case, even up until they get rid of themselves, if you know what I mean. So if you don't take all of these precautions and education and preparations before you get a child, I think you are an irresponsible human being who just, for your own egotistical personal gain, takes a chance at deeply, deeply hurting or even more or less killing another human being. And I think that's just irresponsible as hell. Super irresponsible. My personal belief. You couldn't make that a law, because without even thinking about it, I already know it's not a good idea, but for me personally, you should do that or not do it. My dad, do not live with him. My parents have been separated for 11 years, also lost a business, which wasn't really his fault, but since then he's been stupid with his money and refused to work for years and years. Let's just say my family is the best to give financial advice. I think financially my family is probably above average. Like, my family know how to handle money. We've got people in our family who trade, but who do business with property. Pretty much everyone, aside from maybe, I don't know, my mother and a couple outliners, have very well-paying jobs, very good educations. They know how to handle their money. Nobody is, I don't know, doing stupid stuff with their money. Financially, yeah, I can really say my family is very good. I can tell you that they just make very smart decisions and are very educated. Yeah, and considering all these things that I still want to achieve, learn, do before I'm ready to get children. By the way, another factor for me not getting children right now is also because I just don't really feel like it yet. Like, you also need to be ready for children, and currently I just don't feel ready yet. Maybe that's gonna come. I've definitely realized that over the past years I've gotten closer to the point of being ready mentally, but I'm still not quite there yet. And with all of that stuff that I named, I would estimate that I'll need at least another 3 to 4 years before I can do it. And I think that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with saying I'm just not smart enough, financially stable enough, mentally stable enough yet to get children. It's totally fine. And even if you're like Dragon Echo or Olivia, Olivia maybe, perhaps, then and you just don't want children, then that's totally fine too. You know? Thank you, by the way, for telling me, Olivia. Luckily, nothing happened that you missed necessarily. Nothing good happened. I think it's a very, very responsible choice to just not go for children. Very responsible. 9 times out of 10, it's probably more responsible to not get children than it is to get them. You know? On the other hand, however, it is morally questionable for another reason, even if you pay attention to all the factors that I have in mind and that I even will have in mind in the future when looking into this even more. Even if you consider all of these factors, and I still think it is morally questionable to go for children, just judging by the current situation of the world. Like, the economy is not doing well, and also not gonna do well in the foreseeable future, probably here in Germany. Then the whole climate change topic. I once saw a graph that people my age are going to suffer heavy from the downsides of the climate change topic. And like, now imagine someone that is going to be my child. Like, they're just going to be full on hit with all the negative consequences. And yeah, I think life on Earth is going to get so much worse that it's just morally not right to get children. But in that sense, I have to admit I'm a little too egotistical. And my wish to have children at some point is more important to me personally than that whole topic. But I mean, I don't know. That's questionable as well. I think morally right are the people who say I don't want children because their future is going to be very bad just because of the state of the world. I think those people are morally clear. So under these, as we would say in German, Gesichtspunkten, in the context of this, I think Olivia's theory here with once you have the financial option, you are considering to 100% adopt instead of getting your own children, I think that is the much better choice here. Because those children are on this planet, like, now it happened, now they have to live through this ugly future, so you might as well just give them a better life than they would have if nobody would adopt them. Same with Adopt Don't Shop. Those poor animals, those poor dogs who are always in pain, who can't breathe because of all the inbreeding and whatnot. Like, they are already there, you might as well adopt them so they at least don't have to be in a shelter. And then at least you have the dog you like, but you don't have to cause more pain and suffering because someone is producing one of these dogs for you. So the same principle also goes for children. I agree to Olivia here. Yeah. I think there's nothing you can say against that. I'm a bad person for wanting biological children. I'm an amoral person for wanting biological children. That's just the way it is. I can agree to that. Told my nephew yesterday as well, older children, like 12 or older, are more likely to not get adopted. I've also heard of that, which is very sad. Yeah. Very nice of you, Olivia. Not only from a moral standpoint, wanting to adopt rather than producing your own child, but also apparently being mindful about the consequences of your actions if you become parent for a child. I think you do consider that as well if you are thinking about financial stuff and everything, and like financial safety before adopting. And then also you seem to be wanting to go for older kids who have it much harder, from what I've heard as well, to get adopted. You seem to be very responsible with your parent decisions you are planning on going for. I really like that, I have to admit. You seem to have quite the strong moral compass in this sense. Very, very good for you. Anyway, I have a pretty weak moral compass, and I want to play another game. Not connected, but two facts that stand for themselves. Bro, I'm gonna get rid of the starting soon screen. I don't know why it just continues being there. I don't want it to be there, but get out of here. To be fair, I'm much more responsible than most kids my age, I assume that is supposed to mean. That's good. I feel like if you had a troublesome upbringing, then that is a thing that makes you more likely to be more responsible, but also more likely to have more issues. For me personally, I would also say it had positive impacts for me as a person. Apparently, if you had a troublesome upbringing, that had the same effect for you as well then. And very good for you. Very good for you. Adults, I guess, now. Yeah, true. Crazy. Crazy how old we all are. I'm even older than you from what I've heard. What can I say? I'm just an old man. I'm very hungry. I still have like a bunch of them. 2.1k calories, and it's already 5 p.m. Don't even know yet what I'll eat, but I'm looking forward to it. It's so crazy. For example, let's give you any example. A female of like 110 or 120 kilograms with a normal metabolism and roughly the height between 160 170 in that ballpark, I would estimate to need like between 1.7 to 2.1k calories max per day in order to have weight loss. Just estimates. Again, if you want proper numbers, you should make proper research. Don't just trust the numbers I'm making up here. But that's like somewhere in that ballpark. And it's so crazy to think about that just because of my height, weight, workout activity, and gender, I have so much more calories I can consume. I have like double the calories of other people if they want to lose weight. I have to admit, it is somewhat unfair. It is very unfair. Oh, you already went here. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you for reminding me of this frickin' face cam thing, dude. I went out yesterday to an all-you-can-eat, and I only ate 1,200. I went to a very fancy restaurant with my family yesterday. I didn't even know it was going to be a fancy restaurant, but being there, that was incredible. And we saw the cutest frickin' swans. Oh my god, they are called swans, right? Elizabeth won. The little white birds, or the big white birds. Dude, there was a family of swans, 2 adults, and like I think 5 to 6 little swans. Oh, they were so cute. Anyway, very fancy restaurant. And I ate and drank and consumed 1,700 calories in one go. Just because I ate 2 regular people portions of meat and fries, and I drank almost a liter of banana juice. And then well, I also ate a lot of ice cream afterwards. So actually, I didn't even factor in the ice cream now that I think about it. It was probably much more than 1,700 with the ice cream as well. I totally forgot that, frick. I don't know, maybe I ate 2,000 calories in one sitting within like an hour. Crazy. Oh, your internet cut out? Unfortunate. Welcome back, my man. We went to bowling after and I had a cocktail, added 1,700 over the day. So I ate like pretty much 25% more calories in one meal than you ate the entire day yesterday. That is insane. But yeah, that's just the difference between different people. Many factors going into that. Crazy though. Very crazy. Frick. He did that very well. Oh wait, there's someone cheating. Yeah, good that teammate went for these people. One of the whites is tagged for cheating. That is not as great as it could be. Here we go. Doesn't Oktoberfest people get crazy calories due to the tons of beer? Yeah, beer has a bunch of calories. Alcoholics also sometimes just don't really eat a whole bunch anymore because they get all the calories from their beer and from whatever they consume. But like in the case of an alcoholic that relies on beer, I don't know. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink beer. I don't. Never visited the Oktoberfest. Never ate that much. I always spread out my food over the day. Obviously not anymore, but that's probably why I gained weight like crazy. Well. What can I say? Drinking calories, I have to admit, I never struggled with at all. Because starting from a very young age, I just didn't drink calories at all anymore. For so many years at this point, I've just been straight drinking water. Aside from a little milk here and there. But just water. Soft drinks and all of that. Nah, not my type of deal. I used to drink a bunch of milk, I have to admit. It was like 1.5 liters per day of milk consumed. I have to admit, I did that. But like, better than the frickin' soft drinks that have like 10,000 calories per liter or something. Yeah, for a very long time I drank 1.5 liters of milk per day on average. He probably jumped towards here. Wait, no he didn't. I thought he was gonna jump towards here. Oh, he's using the egg thing. I'm also just waiting for the day I can do that too. But it didn't happen yet. This is one of the reasons for why I always get bridge checks so much, because I expect myself to be able to do that. But like, haven't gotten into that. Oh, I thought you were a white person. How sad. That sounds terribly racist. For no reason at all. Annoying. Unless red turns around to fight me, we should be safe. Oh, wow! Gray doesn't hit away the red person, but me? Crazy. Well done, Gray. Well done. I mean, he tried. I acknowledge that, but still. How annoying. Okay, the person who's still cheating is still alive. But the other white has been killed. Let's go for this and an egg. And a bunch of this, bunch of blocks. Frickin' clock stack. And this and this. Yeah, there's the white person who's still left is the cheater. Don't really have a sword to fight here, teammate. I would like to go to the space first. Now for me, you know, you remember how I used to eat candy all day, every day? Like, the only thing I would consume would be candy. Most candy I consume together with milk. Either I dip it into the milk, or I eat like 3 to 4 bites and then I have to drink milk. That made it so I drank so much milk throughout the day. because, for example, if I eat chocolate, I can eat like, I don't know, a chocolate bar of this size until my mouth just feels sticky and full, like not full as in there's something in there, but full as in everything just feels, I don't know, like it doesn't properly get air or something. It's hard to describe. And like then if I drink milk, that's a good flavor in my mouth with this being washed out of my mouth, and then my mouth also gets reset and I can just eat it again, you know. And then I can eat candy until my stomach is completely filled, and then I feel satisfied. That's the way I used milk. I played solo sets today, got against a cheater who apparently was from a void kills for slum request. Flex with 2.1k stars? That's really nothing to flex with at this point anyway. Crazy. Yeah, cheaters who are smart at the game. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Wait a second. Modern hating me for ad revenue. Yeah, I mean, you could also just subscribe to the Twitch channel, huh? To get rid of all the ads. I'm gonna say that once more once you're back from the ads. I earn not a whole bunch with ads. I don't earn anything for the most part. The frickin' ads don't bring in money, I can tell you that. The only money I really earn is through people being subscribed to the channel. So if you want to get rid of your ads, to not be annoyed by ads anymore, Olivia, go ahead and invest into a subscription, huh? So you don't see ads anymore. It's just like $4 or something for you. Are you still promoting that clip channel? What do you mean promoting? Purchasing advertisement for the highlight channel? Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. I think I didn't get that. Yay, I get a farm kill. Okay, that was the last game, sadly. We didn't get the bed quest. Is it bringing actual viewers? Almost none. I mean, it is increasing my viewership, yeah. I have tripled my viewership, so you could say it is bringing in viewers. But is the amount of viewership you gain worth it for the amount of money you spend? I don't know. Oh my god, Vad! Thank you so much for gifting a frickin' Twitch subscription to Olivia Twitch. What the hell? Thank you, man. How nice of you. That's crazy. When was the last time I had this many frickin' subscribers on Twitch? I have so many right now. I have 8. 8 frickin' subscribers. Dude. Top 10 player streamer in 2018? Yeah, whatever. What can you say? After all, BedWars on Twitch is pretty much dead. Pretty much doesn't exist anymore. People who do that just don't get viewers anymore. And I would have needed 2 more bets. This is so sad. And I also just don't play very well. I mostly just focus on commentary and viewer interaction, so my gameplay just isn't good. So I think that's another factor for why people don't really watch this. But I understand. I understand. Even with this quality of gameplay, I think I still would have had much more viewers. I agree too. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed the stream. We talked about a bunch of interesting topics today. I enjoyed it, I have to say. I really do enjoy it. Or I really did enjoy it. If you need something to do now, because my stream is over, I have one thing I would like you to do. You know what that is? Obviously. I uploaded a video to the highlight channel. You can get to the highlight channel by clicking the link that just sent into chat. It's in my Twitch chat right now. The highlight channel is not only on the way to 20,000 subscribers, which we will reach tomorrow, and YouTube rank, which we will reach within a little more than a month, But also, I uploaded a 1-hour video yesterday that is just me beating blatant cheaters for an entire hour. It's a very, very good video. By the way, one cheater I also beat was this guy on number 3, Coco Hassan, blatantly cheating. I also just beat him. So if you want to see number 3, oh, you don't even see that? If you want to see number 3 BedWars player blatantly cheating on main, then go ahead and check out that video on my highlight channel, because there you can see me beating him even though he was cheating blatantly. And a bunch of other very cool games. We have games with Childline and VC. We have games with ZazVGC and VC. We have games with just me, we have games with commentary, we've got games without commentary, we've got games beating incredibly blatant people, we've got games beating many different cheaters at the same time, we've got games where incredibly sweaty people teamed up with blatant cheaters to beat us, but I beat them all. So if you want to see that all, go ahead and click that frickin' link and definitely subscribe. Very important. Subscribe. We want YouTube back. But aside from that, I really hope you are going to enjoy the rest of your day. What do I usually say? I really hope you are going to have yourself a wonderful rest of your day or night. Oh, and goodbye. But who are we going to rate? I'm also asking myself that. The answer to that is going to be... Oh, Super? No. J-Man? No. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to check it out. Who do we have? Who could we raid? I do not know. Let's check it out. Oh, today evening there's going to be reactions to the video that I was looking forward to so much. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm looking forward to it so much. Okay, Chilled Brian. Hannah X Rose. Maybe Hannah X Rose we're not going to rate. Maybe it's gonna be Chill Brian. Do I think like this because I'm friends with Viper? Maybe. Maybe. No. It's just because Chilled Brian is actually playing BedWars. Hannah X Rose is not playing BedWars. That is the reason. But I have to admit, I don't like her too much from what I've seen so far. I do have to admit, and maybe I got influenced by Viper. Anyway, 6 viewers ready to rate in 3 seconds, and now they're ready to go over there. Have yourself